MT Works asks, how much is LMI though? Won't they need it if it's less than 20% deposit? That's a really great question. But before I start on that, let me address the myth. That is, if it's less than 20% deposit, you have to pay LMI. That is not true. For example, there are banks that allow 85% no LMI. Well, technically it's $1 LMI. Banks such as like Westpac or second tier lenders like St. George, which are both sister companies, will allow you to lend 85% and the only LMI that you pay is $1. Why $1? It's just some government compliance that banks has to deal with. You can't lend someone 85% with no LMI. However, if you're part of some specific occupations, for example, you're a doctor, you're part of the AMA, which is some association that doctors are with, or you're a dentist, or you're a certified accountant or lawyer, you can get 90% no LMI. Or for some of you who work for banks, for example, if you work for CBA and you went to CBA to get a loan, they will waive your LMI. But then their rates might not be great because a lot of banking professionals do use me to get them loans. Also, finally, there are non-banks, which are non-conforming lenders, that allow you to do 90% no LMI, but you got to pay a bit of a premium on the rate. But then how much is LMI though, if you need to pay LMI? Let's check it out. So LMI, Lenders Mortgage Insurance, there are actually two providers, QBE Insurance and Genworth. If you're borrowing owner occupied and you're borrowing up to 95%, which is you put in only 5% deposit, LMI would be 2 to 3%. Now, what does that mean? To give you an example, if you're buying a property at $800,000, 95% lending is $760,000. Say LMI is at 3% because you're lending at such a high threshold, the LMI will be $24,000. So essentially you're borrowing 98% because there's 95% plus LMI. But be careful with the wording. Some lenders might say 95% cap LMI. That means they'll lend you 95% maximum including the LMI. For finally, you'll be only getting 92% lending. Whoa. Don't get too confused there. Cap plus LMI. Just remember, if you're going for LMI, just do 95% plus LMI. But guys, do remember, if you want to borrow 95% plus LMI or 95% including LMI, you got to show 3 months genuine savings, which means you need to be able to show you have saved that 5% deposit by yourself for 3 months without any withdrawals from that bank account. If you can't, there are still lenders that will do it for you, but at a little bit higher rate. Hopefully that answers your questions, MT Works, and thank you for the question again.